The high-grade Gem Spartan is a great kit all things considered, but now it will storm into alien facilities, overthrow a religious space group, fight against space zombies and robots and its own AI companion before being inevitably defiled by being put in a panned TV show. Maybe the Warden Eternal was right to protect Cortana and us from watching this travesty unfold and ruining our precious memories. What is going on guys, MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the P Bandai high-grade Gem Spartan from Fukuchi Mobile Suit Station. A Gem variant designed for jungle combat, it relies on its low visibility and onboard stealth equipment to gain the upper hand and ambush the enemy. This package contains a total of 9 runners, a small sticker sheet, and decal sheet. At its core, it reuses the joints from the high-grade Gem Sniper 2 from 2012, but all of the armor pieces are entirely new, so the build offers up a relatively fresh experience for repeat builders of the Sniper. Speaking of which, the nut marks are awful to deal with due to the army and moss green coloration. Careful snipping and a lot of sanding, and most importantly patience, are advised. Otherwise, the build is relatively simple to put together without any of the age showing through. It is also interesting to note that there are gates surrounding the head and weapon parts, which makes a high-grade kit of the Renato Jeremy version a very likely possibility as much as his recolored squad mates. As painful as the build was, the final product looks awesome. Being based on the design from the Master Archive book, the kit represents that silhouette to a T while mixing in some of the elements of Fukuchi-san's original design by adapting the depicted color scheme, making it a modern mix of both interpretations. The kit itself has a healthy amount of panel lining, especially on the heavy armor of the upper body, on top of the lack of obvious seam lines and great part separation, as the stickers are isolated to the sensors on the head and chest, the chevron on the crotch, and a grey area on the backpack. However, the forehead stickers covers over the separate clear blue sensor, which is a bit of a shame really, but the tidbits of red and yellow add some much needed bright and warm accents to the design, so that it won't be entirely invisible as a model kit. There really isn't a whole lot needed after the build either, apart from maybe applying the decals, a bit of dark panel lining, and a matte topcoat, all of which I would say are optional. I'm happy to report that the high-grade Gem Spartan is perfectly presentable from a quick snap assembly. Articulation begins with a double ball jointed head with a decent range of motion. The shoulders can swivel forwards and are on unrestricted ball joints. The left shoulder shield and similarly the right shoulder vent can move out of the way of the perpendicular arm brace, which doesn't differ much between the two arms. There's a rather loose front flap, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. Ab crunches are limited to forward crunches, while the waist can roll and rotate all the way. Front and side skirts can move, the legs can do the funky dance, and perform some decent kicks towards all directions. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, movable ankle guard, and a hinged multi-ball jointed foot with some flip-flop action. Finally, the knife sheath on the backpack is ball jointed. Articulation of the Gem Spartan is where the Sniper's age shows through, especially in the arm and leg bands. Apart from that, the structure is sturdy and is still relatively fun to pose overall. For accessories, the Spartan has a pair of holding hands, trigger finger hands, and a left open palm, which is a decent selection. The trigger finger hands are used for the only handheld firearm, the minigun, featuring a movable handgun grip and a scope with a red sticker, rotating barrel, as well as a reload gimmick original to the high-grade kit that feels very smooth to play with. This one gun packs quite a lot of gimmicks for use after pegging and sandwiching into the trigger finger hands. Moreover, there are racks on the back skirts for storing the ammo clips, which will leave you with an empty gun as no extras are provided. As for melee options, the heat knife stored on the backpack will come in handy. Using a color-separated blade, it will be useful for stealthily attacking the targets. A pair of beam sabers with included SP13 beams is also included for a more traditional melee option, be it used separately in the hands or directly from the storage rack that can be stored on the shoulders in place of the wired anti-mobile suit missiles or on the forearms. It's no Halo energy sword, but it would suffice for now. Finally, the Minovsky particle dispersal pod in the backpack can be tucked up for deployment, while covers on the backpack and shoulder can be removed for further customization of the arsenal. They're quite snug though, so prepare to have a part separator or a knife handy when removing them. Leftovers mainly include some leftover joint parts from the Sniper 2 kit, as well as a full angle trigger finger head, and duplicate shoulder vent and cover parts from the new runners. Not a whole lot that could be put to use here besides the duplicate new parts. I love the high-grade Gem Spartan, and that is not just because of the Halo jokes that write themselves. Much like the high-grade Full Armor 7th Gundam, it's a well-done release that has come out of absolutely left field. It pays respects to both the original and the Master Archive illustrations with a buttload of weapons and features to keep you entertained, while looking cool doing so thanks to the design and implemented surface detail. That said, the inevitable flaws such as the nut marks and the limitations on the articulation from using the Gem Sniper 2 frame are kinda hard to miss, but the finished product and overall posing experience reduces them to negligible concerns in hindsight. Overall, the high-grade Gem Spartan is more than just your average grunt, and if anyone disagrees, you can tell them to tell that to the Covenant. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and wake me when you need me. Peace out guys, bye bye.